have over 55,000 small-scale farmers that we hold dear to our hearts. This we show by paying them weekly, on a weekly basis. We've also last year, and you guys actually covered it, we introduced a new seedling cane to them that grows within 12 months. Yeah, so such initiatives will actually is what is actually keeping us afloat.
But if you look at some studies, they show that Kenya cannot competitively actually produce sugar. How true is this?
It's not true, because we are already producing the sugar. So I think there might be more to that than meets the eye. Yes.
The other issue, of course, Koech, is we've seen a lot of contraband sugar making its way into the country. How does this affect the domestic industry?
I'm not too sure about contraband sugar coming into the country, but if investigations show that there is contraband sugar in the country, it will affect us in terms of, I mean, if it's coming in illegally, it means there's no taxes paid on it, and as such, it is going to be perceived as cheap. This then, in turn, competes with us on an unfair scale. So what happens is we cannot pay our farmers on time. We cannot pay our farmers what they deserve. So I think that's the negative part that contraband sugar has in the sector.
Of course, this is a critical subject, because as you've seen in that story where parliamentarians were raising the issue of Mumias sugar, which is actually the biggest mill in the country currently. Looking at what Kabras is doing, let's talk about issues to do with capacity. What currently is the crushing capacity, and are there plans to increase investments around this particular venture?
Thanks for asking that. Last year, according to numbers from the Sugar Board, we crushed over 110,000 tons of sugar. Rather produced, not crushed, and that number, the finding put us on top of all the other sugar factories. Is there a need to increase the capacity in terms of crushing cane? We at West Kenya, we are looking to increase this come this couple of months. I think when we go for our maintenance, we'll be increasing our crushing capacity from 5,000 tons a day to 7,000 tons a day. Yes.
The other issue that has been a bone of contention among farmers is cane poaching. How rife is it in the Western Kenya circuit?
Funny you should ask that. I don't think there's any cane poaching. It's basically a cane farmer has the right to take his cane or her cane anywhere. Our payment module favors us and favors most of the farmers. So most of the time they will want to bring their cane to us, because like I said earlier, we pay our farmers weekly without fail. Yes.
And maybe as we wrap up this conversation, what should you expect from West Kenya in 2016, now that we're seeing also competition has been heating up in the sugar sector, where we're seeing sugar coming all the way from Uganda?
2016, what do we have in store? We want to increase our capacity in terms of production, in terms of crushing per day. We also want to get it right in terms of infrastructure in Western. The road networks, health facilities, school facilities, scholarships to the local children. Yesterday, we were actually unveiling a new school, St. Paul's Olepito Primary School in Busia, where we built a primary school from ground up at a tune of about 50 million. Yes, we gave out computers. I think it's the first school to have a first primary school in Busia to have a fully fledged computer lab. Yes.
Good place to end this conversation.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure to have you in studio to
Same here,
help
thanks.
us break down these issues around the sugar sector.